If you're in healthcare marketing, then you've stumbled across the right video. I'm Myles, one of the growth marketing managers at OM Performance Marketers, and today I'll be covering building backlinks in the healthcare digital marketing world. We all know backlinking is extremely important to SEO. Many of the content and information you're going to find on the internet around backlinking are going to be basic fundamental rules and things that every digital marketer should know, which is great. Everyone should know those rules. But what we found at OM is as we go from industry to industry to industry, backlinking is going to differ just a little bit per each industry. So today I want to dive into what backlinking looks like in the healthcare digital marketing world, and how really I can save you time and hopefully produce better results for your efforts. So as I said, one size doesn't fit all for backlinking. Healthcare backlinking is going to be different than backlinking for the finance world. And one of the reasons that we found this out was that the content online for the healthcare world is drastically different than maybe finance or some other industry. And we say that because healthcare is heavily backed by data and research. Some other industries you can lead by being a thought leader. So different points of view that you may establish or ideas you may have, which is great. But with healthcare, generally that needs to be backed by data, whether that's from research institutions, old case studies, things of that nature. So I think the first part is understanding that this content is drastically different from other industries. The second piece of advice that I give for healthcare backlinking is to really understand what your knowledge graph looks like. And all a knowledge graph is a web of associations. So here I give a great example just using Tesla Model 3. So you can see Tesla Model 3 related to obviously Tesla the company, but also related to California and these cities, which is where Tesla is located. California then is related to Hollywood. Hollywood is related to Matthew McConaughey. Now, this is a very simple example, but we just want to understand what our knowledge graph looks like for our healthcare company, because then that allows us to understand where our backlinking opportunities lie. So for a telehealth company, let's say we're related to EHR and they could potentially post a piece of content that is related to telehealth. My third piece of advice for you guys is you don't want to waste time when backlinking. You want to have a very focused effort for backlinks because it's very easy to get a bunch of backlinks, but they may, number one, not even be related or be of poor quality, and then that's actually going to hurt your website rather than help it. So we suggest, like I said, a very focused backlinking outreach. And kind of your three areas that you want to be focused on for the healthcare world is medical device, software, and solution platforms, educational platforms, and related companies. So for instance, with number one, there's software review sites like G2 and Capterra. They're constantly producing news content. So maybe you backlink out to a piece that they did there, or more specifically, which medical device, which we have linked. Second, I touch on educational platforms. This is probably going to be one of your largest. Institutions and medical research facilities are going to be creating these case studies and actually having the data and credibility backed content. So this is where we're going to want to pull a lot of our data from and backlinking out to these educational platforms. And third, related companies. As we build out our web of associations, we can understand what other companies that we may be related to and backlink out to them. And also, like I said, other educational platforms are going to be just healthcare news, medical news today, and I've linked some pretty high authority websites here. Just a quick tip too, to add more backlinks to your site. All of us should already know this, but if you're already mentioned on sites without a backlink, this can happen. And you just want to use BuzzSumo to figure out where your company or content has been referenced and get that link. And lastly, now that we understand how healthcare backlinking is different, some tips to be successful in backlinking for healthcare, we're going to finally focus in on the professional and non-annoying way to contact potential backlinkers. We're all busy. We all know other people are busy, and the email inbox is very busy. So let's remember, we don't want to be filling out lead forms to try and get in contact with a company, especially if they have a pretty built out sales team. We don't want their sales team to contact us, and we just tell them we want a backlink that's not going to reflect our professionalism very well. So what you're going to want to do your research, understand your web of associations, know a lot about the company, what you're coming to them for, which is that backlink, but really understanding the content piece that they produce. You're going to want to explain the benefits of backlinking, which we should all have gotten from our fundamental rules of backlinking from every ebook and webinar ever produced on backlinking, which you can easily find. But two things that we have found at OM that work really well for us is social media and being authentic. Give these companies a shout out on social media. Everyone loves free marketing, so if you can drive just a little traffic to their website, that's going to increase your chances of getting a backlink from that company. Lastly, just be authentic. We're all real people, so let's be both professional and respectful, but also remember that we're just a human talking to a human. So in conclusion, I can't guarantee you guys will get more backlinks, but through both my experience and OM's experience, we found these techniques are really going to help you guys and really increase your backlinking conversion rate. So if you have any more questions, feel free to contact us. You can schedule a 20-minute call to learn how maybe we can help your healthcare company online, or just ask us some digital marketing related questions. So awesome. Thanks, guys. And go ahead and check out the Building Backlinks in the Healthcare Digital Marketing World blog. Thanks.